All right, let's continue on. We need to add another purchase on account. So we'll go into vendor bills, new bill. This is for granite manufacturing. And the date of that one is the 18th. And the invoice is 6. No. Sorry, date is the 15th, and the invoice is 1876, and we have 3 outdoor waterfalls at $4,000 apiece, so that's $12,000 total, with no tax that's due, and so we save and close. Now we can always go into enter bills, view and edit bills, and see that our Angel Marble Works and our Granite Manufacturing have both been are both on there at the correct amounts. Okay, so now let's go on. We have some sales on account. So we go to customer and sales, and we go to sales invoice, new sales invoice. Okay, and we sold an indoor to Grace. It's going to tell us they're over their credit limit, and you can just ignore that for now. Okay, our date is the 16th, and that is 6101 invoice number, and we sold 1 indoor for $22,000, no tax, and so that's the grand total. And if you look at the journal entry, whenever we sell something on the perpetual inventory system, we have 2 journal entries. We're debiting accounts receivable for $22,000 and crediting sales. But we also have one in which we have to debit the cost of goods sold and credit inventory, and that has yet to be calculated. And they'll calculate that based on FIFO. Okay, so this is good. We say save. And let's see, close. Nope, we do have another one. So again, I go into new sales invoice, and this time it is Cornell, and the date is the 18th, and this is invoice 6102, and here we sold 1 outdoor for $10,000 and no tax. Okay, and so that's a total of $10,000. Save. And this is, again, is talking about the credit limit. Do you want to continue? Yes. Okay, and close. Okay, so now we go down on our Word document. The next thing is a cash sale on the 18th. And so here we're going to use receive money. Now in QuickBooks they had a sales ticket icon button for us to press for cash sales, but here we put in receive money, whether we're receiving money from an on-account customer or we're receiving cash sale. We're receiving money, and we click receive money from customer. Okay, now the deposit ticket ID, you can put in a variety of the date. Okay, now I don't want to set up a customer called cash sales, so I can just skip that and say cash down here. The check, if the customer gave us a check, then we would put the check number there. If we give the customer a receipt that is numbered, we could put that there. The date is the 18th, and the amount is 10,000. Oops, I don't need that amount. I can go down here to quantity, which is 1, and that was an outdoor. So that was 10,000. And now it fills out the receipt amount up here at the top. We can change the payment method to cash if you want. And if there was sales tax, we'd have to deal with this down here for the sales tax and say what state or what county, whatever, sales tax needs to be done. And of course, there's a sales tax wizard in Sage 50, just like we had to do in QuickBooks. Okay, and so this is save. Oh, it's saying that I must enter a check or reference number, so I'm going to say cash 0418 and then say save and close. Okay, next we paid Angel Marble Works what we owed them. And so we're going to go into vendor purchases, just like with QuickBooks. If we pay off a vendor, we go to pay bills. And so this is Angel Marble Works, and we're paying them check 1002, and that is on the 20th. And down here it shows us that invoice 245 for 20,000 would have a discount of 400 because we're paying it within 10 days. The date due is not till May 10th. It was April 10th when we had the invoice, and now we're on the 20th, 10 days later, and we're paying it. So we get the 400 discount. Now, if the discount should be something else, you can click on it and change it to whatever it needs to be. If we're paying off a partial amount, you would go into the amount paid and put in however much you're going to pay. If we're going to pay the whole thing, then you can just click this where it says pay box, and it took the 20,000 that we owed minus the 400 discount, and it's making this check out to 19,600. Now, if you go into the journal you have the fact that we're debiting accounts payable for the whole 20,000. We're crediting cash, the checking account for the 19,600 we wrote the check out for. We also have a check to the purchase discount account. Now, right now, notice that it's blank. It doesn't know what account to put there. And so on the first time that you go through, you need to tell it. And so here's purchase discounts as account 5,300. Now, if I wouldn't have put that in there and I went to press save, it would have a box come up and tell me, oh, you need to put in your discounts account number. Okay, so we're good there, and we can save and close. Our last transaction is that we receive payment from Grace Enterprises, and so we go to customers and sales, receive money from customer, only this time we have a customer, Grace Enterprises. If Grace gave us a check number, we could put that in there. Otherwise, we can just say cash 04, and that's on the 26th. And the date is the 26th. Okay. And our deposit ticket ID is 0426. Okay. Now, you can make up any deposit ticket ID you want. I use 0426 because this is going to be deposited on April 26th. So, Okay, they owe us two different amounts, the $4,000 plus the $22,000. So assuming that they're going to pay them both, right now we would check off that they're paying us both, and that means they're paying us $26,000, and we're going to deposit that today. Okay, and here we have save and close. Okay, so now we can take a look at the reports. We're in the customers and sales, so there's a reports button that just deals with customers and sales. We want the customer ledgers. Bring that up, and it shows that Cornell still owes us $10,000. It shows us that Grace Enterprises did owe us $4,000 from last month, and then this month another $22,000, but now they've paid it off, and they owe us nothing. So our grand total of accounts receivable is $10,000. Notice that the date, because my period bar is correct, the date comes up correct, and I don't have to change it. And you can click on PDF, and that will save this as a PDF onto your jump drive or wherever you want to save it to, and then you can upload it to D2L. Okay. Then we can go into vendors and purchases, again to reports, this time to the vendor ledgers. And here it shows us that Angel, we purchased $20,000 on account, then we paid it off, got our $400 discount. We now owe Angel $0. Granted, we owed them $10,000 from last month, and there's another $12,000 from this month, and so there's a total of $22,000 from Granite Manufacturing, and our heading is correct. You can go up here, reports. Okay, go up here to reports, and we want the income statement, so the financial statements. You want the standard income statement. You want to unclick the show zero amounts and say OK. So here's our income statement for the 4 months ending April 30th. The current month of April is down this first column, and the year to date, that's January through April, is on this second column. And it shows our sales minus our cost of goods sold minus our expenses and our net income. Again, you can save this as a PDF and then upload it. There is also a standard balance sheet, and you say OK, and this is April 30th. And there's our checking account. Accounts receivable is $10,000, which matches the customer ledgers. And our inventory that we still have left. Okay, our equipment minus our accumulated depreciation. And our grand total of total assets. Here's our accounts payable, $22,000, which matches our vendor ledgers. And then we have our owner's equity. And our total liabilities and owner's equity matches our total assets, so we're good to go. And you could save that as a PDF as well.